Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about fromis_9's Unlock My World album. But first, I have to address some things. Thing number one, the mug is gone. I have one of the glass frappuccino things here because I was filming all weekend, or at least all day Saturday. I was filming my next history of. You can get excited for that even though you probably won't see it until next week because there's so many comebacks this week. But the mug is gone. The mug may not be here. My disclaimers will stand, but we'll get to those later. Thing number two, pray for the bestie, okay? The bestie is dying. She just got a dog, and it truly made her body shut down. So, pray for the bestie. But let's actually go over how this video is going to work. I'm going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then give the album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have some disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number one, I have heard this album once so far. It just came out, so my opinions on these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, even though the mug's not here, it does still remind us that music is subjective, and that is great. Alrighty, now that we have all of that out of the way, we can get started. And first up, we have Attitude, which, a message to the bestie. I'm going to make her watch this video, but a message to the bestie. You've broken me, because the minute I saw this song title, I started singing Atbo's Attitude, a song that she loves and I hate. Like, I know she thinks it's a good song, but it's really not, and I'm not pleased with this development. Anyway, this song, this Attitude, is very, very good. I really liked it. Right off the bat, the background music is just so cool, and it hits so well. I also really enjoyed the rest of the song. The verses are great. The pre-chorus absolutely slaps, and the bridge is a bit of a moment. The chorus, though, that's my favorite part. Just for starters, I love the way the background music comes into the chorus. I think that works so well, but also the chorus in general is just phenomenal. On top of all of that, this is a great opener. It doesn't too much that I feel like it's overshadowing the rest of the album. Like, if you put your best song at the start, I'd be a little disappointed because it means the rest of the album just isn't as good. This one, it's not the best on the album, but it is still quite good, and it gets me very excited for the rest of the album. So, phenomenal opener as well. Why did nobody tell me that My Little Society is backwards? Like, this was backwards. I fixed it, but it was backwards. Anyway, the next song is the title track, which is Me Now, and it is exceptional, at least for the most part. The song as a whole has this very, not quite summery vibe to it. It's that type of late spring, early summer vibe. It's a very specific vibe. But this song has it. And it's the exact time of the year we're in right now. Like, it's early June. It's a late spring, early summer. So it does get credit for that because I really liked it. That said, I didn't love every part of the song. I specifically didn't love one part, which is the first half of the pre-chorus. It just didn't hit like the rest of the song did, which it wasn't bad, but it wasn't as good. However, the second half of the pre-chorus is amazing, so it more than makes up for it. The chorus itself is also so good, and it does my favorite thing. I've said this before. I love when, it's usually in a final chorus, but I'll take it in the first chorus too, where they start with very limited background music, and then they bring the rest in, and it just hits so perfectly, and they did it here, so it gets extra credit for that. Big picture, this is not the best fromis title, at least if you ask me. However, I would probably say fromis doesn't have a bad title to their name. So I'm going to say this is like mid-fromis titles. Like, if I were to rank all the fromis titles, this would be somewhere in the middle. However, a mid-fromis title is still great compared to other groups. So take that as you wish. Anyway, next is Wishlist, and it's a nice listen. It's way more toned down than the last two songs, but I still enjoyed her. I was vibing. Like, I just know this is the type of song that would slay as background noise when I'm like answering emails at work, or alternatively as the type of song where you just lay back and vibe to it and let your brain experience the song. Also, they do the pussy swearing. I won't deny it. For those who don't understand, pussy swearing is what I have dubbed it, where you essentially write the swearing into the line. Like, you can tell that it was meant to be there, and then they either take it out or refuse to say it or something, but they leave the rest of the line in. I normally hate it. Here, I think it works because what they do in this song is they essentially just have the next line come right in. It's like it interrupts right before the swearing would have been, because clearly the line was meant to be, if I'm not for you, I don't give a fuck. But they don't say fuck, they just cut it off right there, and I think it really, really works here. Our next song is the one and only In the Mirror, and it's actually like a little too good. It has this soft dom energy to it. Like, The type of dom that lets you think that you're in charge when really they're in charge. Essentially, it's giving Renjun. Actually, though, this song is amazing. From the first second, the background music is giving. Plus, the verses are great. The rap in particular, very slayful, very much a fan. And also, the pre-chorus is just everything I could want. I am, like, a teeny bit conflicted about the chorus. Like, not really conflicted, but I just think it starts off a little too repetitively. I've said in several videos now, I don't like overly repetitive things. This chorus is like right on the limit. I feel like if they just said it one more time, I would have said it was too much. I think they only say it like 4 times at the start, so it's fine. Plus the rest of the chorus, more than enough to make up for it. So I'm like, I don't love the start, but I'll get through it. Also, last thing, I am very excited to see them do this live. I just know the choreo for this song is going to be a full-fledged absolute moment, and I want to see it. So I kind of hope this is the song they promote with the title track. Nothing I just said matters because we have reached my favorite song, which is Don't Care. And I knew from literally the first second that this was going to be my song. I knew immediately, and I was so right, because I am absolutely obsessed with this song. I am enthralled. I plan on listening to it 70 billion times. Like, the verses are great. The pre-chorus is excellent. And the background music slays so much it should be illegal. The chorus, though, that's the part that really broke me. I was jamming my heart out to this chorus. Every fiber of my being was living for this chorus. It's an absolute moment, and it's so good. I do have some complaints. They're all related to the bridge. First, the background music right before the bridge wasn't great. It wasn't bad, but it jarred me a little bit and I didn't like it. Secondly, the bridge is way too short. I think the bridge is like a cumulative 10 seconds. And I wish the bridge was just a little bit longer to maybe be a bit more substantive. However, what we got, I'm not mad at. And the rest of the song, no notes, no complaints. The rest of the song is perfect. Okay, next is Prom Night, and I want you to hear me out, okay? The start of the song is the weakest part. Like, the first verse isn't bad. It's not. But it's definitely the weakest part. Because it's a good song through the first verse. However, it's when the pre-chorus starts that it becomes an excellent song. Because this pre-chorus is so good, and the chorus is even better. This chorus, dare I say, no, I'm not going to say it's my favorite chorus on the album, but it's really good too. Like, it just hits in ways that I didn't know were possible. However, I also have nothing else to say about this song, so we're going to keep going. Next, Bring It On. Right off the bat, the weird moan at the start, not for me. I didn't like it. I'm not a fan. It jarred me. I jumped. Like, I was startled by it. I didn't like it. Moan aside, this is another chill vibe type of song. Like, the type of song where you just close your eyes, lay back, let it wash over you, and experience new levels of existence. I'm also confident this will slay as background noise. However, I haven't tried it. I'm probably going to put it on when I make dinner, though, just to see, because I am curious. Like, I have to make dinner tonight, so I might as well listen to this while I do it. Moving on. Next is What I Want, and this is another one of the songs where just from the first second I knew I was going to love it. But with this one, it was even better than I thought. Like, this song, absolute masterpiece. But let's discuss. The verses are great. The pre-chorus is a little too good. Like, it shouldn't be allowed to be that good. But also the background music slaps. The chorus, though, I loved it. I screamed when I heard this chorus. I was not emotionally or psychologically prepared for this chorus because it is so amazingly good. Like, I've lost my mind to this chorus. It's giving everything I want a pop chorus to be giving, and I love it with all my heart and soul. To summarize my thoughts, I love this song. The song is already in my Apple Music. I added it after the first chorus, and I have no regrets for that decision. We have reached the penultimate song, which is My Night Routine, which is, I would say, the closest we get on this album to our obligatory ballad, but it's not quite ballad territory. It's another one of those, like, just very soothing and very nice, chill songs, and I, for one, vibed myself into another plane of existence listening to her. I don't really have a ton to say about it beyond that, though. Like, it's a nice listening experience. I found it very enjoyable, but also, if you're not into these and you like louder, poppier songs, this song isn't going to be for you. If you're into chiller songs, this song is going to be for you. Okay, last but not least, we have Eye Contact, and I will not deny, going into the song, I was expecting ballad time. I was expecting this to be our full-fledged ballad moment, and what we got, like, I couldn't be more wrong, because it's cute, it's bright, it's poppy, it's fun, and I loved it. The chorus in particular is giving everything, but the song as a whole is just great. I don't know what to tell you about it, like, it's just a fun song. Alrighty, it's score time, and overall, I'm gonna give this album a 9.4 out of 10. Of all the songs, I enjoyed all of them, but there's only two that got added to the Apple Music, which, while not bad, isn't ideal when there's 10 songs. I feel like this album, low-key, I've said this with some fulls before, and I always hate saying it, but when a lot of the songs feel like they could have been filler, and you could have split this into two minis, and it would have been fine, that's never the most ideal for me. Like, I want every song to feel like it belongs on the album. This album, most of them did, don't get me wrong, but there was one or two where I was like, this song didn't need to be here. It's still a great album though, so yeah, 9.4 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter at @S_album_reviews. I'll link that in the description along with every other From Us review that I've done, so you can check all those out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!